Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who learned the truth of the gospel of Yahweh Shai from. Peace, grace, and blessings be upon the house of David, which is the elect, the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation and to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel. And honest to you, brothers that are preaching the gospel of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in all sincerity, diligence, and truth. So I just wanted to touch on this this video, all right, which is also tied to this article right here as well, all right, because you had the Biden administration came out and said that they want to push basically for a possible ban on gas stoves. And I read that article yesterday, and then this article comes out today, which says New York's Hochul proposes banning gas in new buildings. Okay. And now we know that there's just been this whole narrative of climate change and fossil fuels and trying to get, countries away from using natural gas and move everybody to an electrical, way of living. All right. Everything being run on electricity, which ultimately is a part of that 2030, so-called sustainable future agenda. All right. It's a part of the fourth industrial revolution, because that if everything is on electricity, then that's the whole smart cities, smart houses, smart cars, environment or society that these elites are trying to create. All right. Their enterprise. Because with that, having things being moved from gas to electricity, then there's a easier way for them to be able to control, all right, whether or not your gas, all right, or not even your gas, your stove will work, your car will work, right? Easier way to manipulate and control you. Because if you're not able to use these certain things, unless you get, your social credit score is up to par, you're worshiping the beast, right? Your mind and your actions and your thoughts and your words are in line with what they want it to be, then you're able to, maintain and maneuver in society. But if it's not, then they'll just turn off your electricity. Okay. And because everything will be on the grid, right, on the internet of bodies, the internet of things, through this electricity, right, through this in smart cities, then you'll be completely in their underneath their control. So this is an agenda that we're seeing, and they're pushing or portraying it as if, no, this is beneficial. We're doing this because of climate change, right? We're doing this because of global warming. We're trying to actually help you. So even in this article, which just came out, World Economic Forum Davos set for record participation as 52 head of state to attend globalist summit. It says forum organizers said their latest lineup for the elite gathering of political leaders, business executive, cultural trendsetters, and international organization chefs will tackle issues facing a divided world as 2023 begins, with war and conflict, economic pressures, and climate change in focus. All right. And that's a major theme that they have been pushing, since the start of this so-called conflict between Ukraine and Russia. Right. Lack of gas, lack of fuel. Right. Fossil fuel energy crisis. So they're saying, well, this energy crisis can be solved by getting rid of certain appliances that run on gas and moving them toward what? Electricity. So let's play this Let's play this right here. Listen to that. And this is 9 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just wanted to play the part where, he talks about the Biden administration moving toward this. Oops.
The Biden administration, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, is now considering a nationwide ban, and you're going to say, finally, someone's doing something about it. A nationwide ban on gas-burning stoves, following a new study that claims the appliances emit harmful pollution that has been linked to asthma in some children. Wow. So it's a new study that claims that the stoves emit harmful pollution that is linked to asthma in some children.
Oh, ban it immediately.
You see? So they that's the whole problem reaction solution paradigm that they're using, because they're saying, well, we got to get rid of gas stoves because there's a new study that is out that is saying that it's harmful to some children. And then they get rid of them and they say that, oh, we're doing this for your safety. We're doing this for your children's safety. Just like how they did, with the whole EMIC, right? They did all of those draconian measures and they said it, well, no, this is for your benefit. We're doing this to help you. And then it was shown that 3 or 4, 5 masks actually is not more beneficial. All right. And that's why the Lord said, what? Blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. Because a lot of people, they're just going down to Egypt for help. They're just trusting in the shadow of Pharaoh, not realizing that they're being led, as sheep to the slaughter. Okay. And like I said, all of this is this devil's enterprise. All right. As the scripture says in the book of Job, right? He has enterprise that he is trying to fulfill, which all ties back to the MOTB. Because even as the leader right here of the WEF said, that the fourth industrial revolution is not going to only change the way, you are in society, right? It's not going to only change society. It's going to change you. But they need to have this narrative of an excuse on why they're doing this. And that's why climate change is in heavy focus. That's why the energy crisis is, such a thing right now, because they're using that to say, well, because of these issues, we're going to ban gas stoves. And when you ban, and if you don't have a gas stove, then that, once again, it's an electric stove. Then if you are somebody who they consider, that is not a part of worshiping the beast, then they'll just turn off the electricity and then everything in your house won't work. Your car won't work, right? And that is, once again, the whole idea of these quote unquote smart cities that they want, that they're trying to create, and then having that linked to the MOTB. So even in here, this is from Bloomberg. It says New York Hochul proposes banning gas in new buildings. Now, this just came out today, right? It says Governor Kathy Hochul is proposing to make New York the first state in the U.S. to ban natural gas heating and appliances in new buildings. So it's not about just your gas stoves. It's about your actual heating, all right, your hot water heater, all of these things that they are as it says, they're trying to overhaul. It says the latest salvo in the ongoing nationwide fight over the fuel. And you see how all of a sudden, right, since 2020, it's just so many of these nationwide fights that they're doing now. Okay? All of these things now are coming into play, and it's happening faster and faster pursuant to Revelation 12 and 12, because this devil knows that he has a short time. Just like how Prince Charles back then, well, he's called King Charles now, and I always bring that out, how he said that this is a golden opportunity to seize the minds of the people. All right? Seize to captivate the will of the people. They have this small window of opportunity to reimagine the future, right? To reshape the future. And this is not something that they just thought about, okay? As the scripture says in the book of Micah, chapter 2. Let me pull that up real quick. Where are we at? Micah 2, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity," meaning what? Plan iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. You see? So this is an evil practice that they are putting in place right now. But the thing is, because he's the devil, he has transformed himself into an angel of light. He is portraying it as if this is going to be something that is beneficial, while all the while knowing that they're causing, they're trying to cause some to fall, trying to, become that God on earth and have everybody worshiping his way. Okay, trusting in him and him alone. Okay, this is out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 14. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence." All right. And that is what, that is all about, because this whole thing is also tied to their, that first commandment on the Georgia Guidestones. So let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Immediately,
With that
that's what
sort
I'm
of
thinking,
evidence?
right? You ban it immediately.
It's incredible.
According to the EPA and the World Health Organization, gas-burning stoves emit unsafe levels of nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and particulate matter, which I went to the doctor the other day. He's like, "You have too much particulate matter coming into your system." And I'm like, "It's probably the stove, doc." So a December report from the International Journal of Environmental Research shows that 12% of current childhood asthma nationwide is attributed to gas stove use. So now we are thinking the Biden administration, because their Consumer Product Safety Commission is concerned with consumer safety, they got a whole commission on that. They're now thinking they're going to ban all gas-burning stoves. So just let's just put that in perspective for you. A couple of things happen with that. We all have electric stoves, but it'll go great with our electric cars.
We do not have the capacity to charge as it is, but let's switch everybody over.
Let's switch everybody over. 35% of all homes in the United States have a gas stove. Every restaurant you go into has a gas stove. You can't cook on electric and do fine cooking.
You ever hear of a microwave, Glenn?
Yeah, he said you can't do fine cooking, but I believe they mentioned that in this video too that he's doing. He's the fine cooking thing is going to be a thing of the past, because as the WEF said, that they want the population to eat bugs, right? They want to get people's mind, the masses of the people's mind, to be comfortable with eating insects. So this is why, fine dining, right? Eating, porterhouse steaks or salmon steaks, and that's not going to be something that the majority of the population is going to be doing. That's going to be something that's only reserved for the the elites of this world, while everybody else is eating roach bars. You see, this is why we are constantly bringing this out, because this devil has a legit evil a mind, man, an evil agenda that he is not even slowly but gradually trying to bring into fruition. All right, the 2030 agenda, and that's why they're using things like carbon emissions and carbon footprint as the story behind, not the story, but as the motive to say, well, we need to start, watching how many people are emitting how much, gas, greenhouse gases, because it's quote unquote killing society, it's killing the earth, it's harming, the air and etc. Okay, so let me go back, and like I said, I'm not gonna play that whole clip of that, but when you go here, it says buildings are the largest sources of emissions in our state, accounting for a third of our greenhouse gas output, Hochul said in her prepared remarks. Cities, including New York and San Francisco, have enacted bans on gas appliances in new buildings in recent years, casting them as a way to fight climate change and protect public health. Right. Or you want to protect public health, but you don't ban cigarettes, right? No, you don't ban the consumption of overconsumption of alcohol, right? You don't ban the push of gang violence, all right, through your rap industry and music industry and media industry. You don't do none of that, but you're so concerned with public health. Okay, you're so concerned with public health to the point where you're saying, no, we gotta get rid of all gas stoves. That's how public health is going to be, saved. That's how we're going to fight children's asthma, not secondhand smoke. All right, but that's just the devil for you, man. That's just, once again, like I said, how this devil operates, and this is why ultimately we need Yahweh Shai to return, because, hey, if this devil's not stopped, there will be no flesh saved. Everybody would be, living in that. Like I brought this out a couple weeks ago, living in a society like in Snowpiercer. Okay, that's what this devil ultimately wants. So lucky. All right, so let me just bear with me 1 second. Just gotta send this email out real quick. All right, so let's see. Let's read this a little bit more. It says, cities casting away to protect public health, since they can produce methane and other pollutants inside homes. California is weighing its own state proposal that would take effect, of course, in 2030. All right, they got a lot of heavy plans for 2030, which is 7 years from now, which we ultimately hope, because the Lord said he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. But 7 years from now is not even that long of a time. All right. And what they got imagined in their mind for the year 2030 is completely different than what life looks like right now. All right. They got the CBDCs that they want to have come out by I think it said by 2020 5 or something like that, right? They got all the no more gas cars, right, by 2030, which once again, if everything is running on that electricity, which is also why they've been pushing so hard for those semiconductors, all right, those microchips, why they trying to produce in mass quantities so many microchips, because those microchips can be used in your cars, your electric stoves, your computers, your phones, and then ultimately your finances, and then which will be put also into that embedded or implantable C-hip. All right, and then with that, they're just able to, at a flip of a switch, turn it off and on. If you are not in compliance with the way of the beast, if you do not worship the beast, then they can separate you, aka physically kill you, or kill you by separating you from society, which is why the scriptures talks about the MOTB and not taking it, because taking the MOTB is basically you giving up your soul, your body, making your body a living sacrifice to this devil. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Like I said, it wasn't too much. Oh, hold on. Nope. Before I end it, I want to go back to this. I'm gonna go down here because he played this, and I'm like, yep, that's the mind of this devil.
When he was really kind of pushing the progressive movement. Okay, well, did I get that right?
I don't want to punish anybody, but there are an extraordinary number of people whom I want to kill. I think it would be a good thing to make everybody come before a properly appointed board, just as he might come before the income tax commissioners, and say every 5 years or every 7 years, just put him there and say, sir or madam, now will you be kind enough to justify your existence? If you're not producing as much as you consume, or perhaps a little more, then clearly we cannot use the big organization of our society for the purpose of keeping you alive, because your life does not benefit us, and it can't be of very much use to yourself.
Wow, that's a really good idea. That might be the slogan on all new electric stoves. You know what I mean? Hey, use this, because if you have a gas stove, we can't use the machinery of this civilization to keep you alive, because your life doesn't benefit us. Buy GE.
Yep. So let me get, and hey, all of it, that's, like I said, that's Esau's mind, man. That's what he ultimately wants. So let me get this last scripture and I'll close it out here. The book of Psalms 21. Psalms 21, verse 11. It says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. Thou shalt therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. All right. And hey, we are in the hand of them that hate us, but our Redeemer is strong. Okay. And Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai back to deliver us from this place, man. All right. From the hand of our enemies. All right. And they're not going to get to perform this to their imagination. All right. Because as the scripture says, when they're about to fill their belly, the Lord is going to strike them through. All right. So, with that, on to the next one. Shalom.